What up, guys? How we doing today? A little bit of a different intro. Just wanted to apologize ahead of time. My mic gets a little loud at points. Something's going on with my mic settings, and until I figure it out, it doesn't really make sense for me to redo the video. I know because I've already redone it twice already, and it keeps happening. So, some good information in there, and I just wanted to put it out, and we can worry about that little sound error later. That's kind of the whole philosophy behind my videos. It's just about getting the information out. That's why you guys are listening to audio. But anyway, thank you guys so much. I hope you can take something away from the video, and I will talk to you in the next one. What's going on, guys? Joey Franzo here with Flex Training Systems, and today going to be talking to you guys about expectations, just kind of some of the negative outcomes that can come from setting expectations. This not only applies, in the gym, but also outside the gym, and it's kind of the cool thing about powerlifting. A lot of the things that apply to powerlifting can apply to life. It's kind of like with sports, other, generic sports. But what am I talking about? I'm going to give you guys an example. This lifter had a goal in mind for a top single. He was basing what he wanted to hit based on what he had hit a few days prior, and which can be dangerous, which is what I'm going to get into right now. He wanted to squat 590. His last meet PR 2 months ago was 551, and he ended up only squatting 575. It's technically 573, but he had a 1 pound collars on each side, so 575. I'm very happy with that. That's a 24 pound PR in 2 months. That's insane. Like, so insane. But because he was so fixated on hitting that 590, he was just really bummed out. And, I tried to tell him, that doesn't really make sense. Like, you can only build muscle so fast. You just hit a big PR. Like, I would be really happy with that. He pointed out that he was transitioning to the higher weight class, and although he did hit a PR, it's not where he wants to be, and that's okay. We always want to be hungry. You never want to be complacent. But you do have to, it's very important that we, recognize how far we've come and see the progress that we've made, and, that lets us know that we're on the right track. We're getting stronger, and I don't need to pull any super crazy keys out of the magic hat. We just keep doing what we're doing and keep moving in the right direction. So, definitely a lot of positives there. But because he was just so fixated on some crazy, number, it's not crazy. He's going to hit that. He's going to hit 600. But, you got to pace yourself. You can't just decide that you're going to be this strong on this day, especially if you train with higher frequency. You just gotta take what's there. I was just talking to another lifter, a girl. She was telling me how, I mentioned, it's very, very difficult to have expectations, and she's like, oh no, I don't do that. I just go in and take what's there for the day. And I was like, oh my God, that's like, I wish everybody could just understand that. In the gym and on the platform, take what's there. That's all you can do, is to take what's there. Whether you want more or not, all you can do is what you can do. So it doesn't really make sense to shoot for YOLO numbers or stupid shit like that. Another example is, a mock meet. Whenever I do a mock meet, which I don't really do because there's like no point for me personally. I don't need to build confidence. I don't need any of that. I just, I know what to do, and on meet day, I do what I do. But for some people, it can be very beneficial, especially those that need meet experience but can't necessarily compete because, they have limitations. Competitions only happen ever so often. Unless you're in Southern California, we have one literally every weekend. Every other weekend, or we have a lot of meets here. A shit ton of meets, which is good for me because I get a lot of experience platform coaching. But That's another video. Um, in a mock meet, I typically tell my lifters, I just want you to mimic a meet day scenario. So we can try to find little, issues here and there, fix them, and then come meet day, we're going to maximize all the little variables. You're going to be even more peaked than you are now. Me personally, I like to take in a shit ton of sodium. A fuck ton of sodium before I lift. I drink a ton of water. I get more rest. I do everything I can. I become an absolute potato the last, 10 days. I don't even move. I just train and lay down. That's it. But you know what I mean. We're maximizing variables. The arousal on meet day is going to be way higher versus in training, and you're going to be able to push harder and just adrenaline, everything. It's going to give you a better result on meet day, and it's very, 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 very rare and hard. It's rare that it's going to happen in the gym, and it's hard to duplicate that in training without the pressure of 3 judges looking at you and people watching you, and maybe you need to hit a qualifying total, so you need to really be on point or whatever. Or you're competing against someone you don't want to lose to, whatever it is. Meet day is a different scenario. So to be like, I need to PR all my lifts like crazy at a mock, it might happen, but it's not nothing compared to meet day. So you can't let the results of a mock mess you up. You can't, like, if you get in that negative slump, then other things are going to start to fall apart. Maybe you get pissed off and you yell at your girlfriend because you had a bad mock meet. That's, then you have other problems. You can't let that happen. We can only get stronger. That's it. Like, we can move in one direction. Like, our strength can go up, but to make it like hit a very specific point, it's rare. It's like impossible. Like when people say, "Hey, I haven't eaten in 5 months. You think I could do this in that time?" Based on everything that I've dealt with before, I can give like a very like fucking general, vague, educated guess. But it might be way more. It might be way less. Like, it really depends on infinity things, and you're not gonna know till you find out. If you have a qualifying total you need to hit, and you're a little under that, and you give yourself enough time, it is possible to reach that goal and perhaps surpass it. But if you would have to like maximize everything that you could to make sure that in the time that you're given, you make all the progress you can to give you the best shot of doing it. There is no way to guarantee that, but there is a way to move in that direction and give you a chance to do that. That was a mouthful. I hope that made sense. But we can only control what we can control. On meet day, you can only take what's there, and that's why it's kind of like that. One of the things I love about RP is like you let the PRs come to you. Like, I don't need to search for a PR or try for a PR. It's just gonna happen. When I reduce stress, my strength is gonna go up, and the PRs is gonna come to me. If I'm trying to get stronger, I obviously need to push myself, and I'm not gonna expect anything big. There are some things you can do here and there to try to keep it as keep yourself as close to homeostasis as possible. Meaning, if your max is 600 pounds, you're probably not gonna go too far below that. Some people just don't in general. Like, they don't die. Like, you can literally throw a ton of volume at them and they just don't sway. I'm not like that. I'm always going to perform way better on the platform than I am in training. It's very, very, very rare that I hit a big crazy PR in the gym. If I do, it'll be on bench. But other than that, meet day is when I'm going to hit my PRs on squats and deadlifts. I think the heaviest I went a week out from the Arnold was 635 on squat, and I ended up hitting 666, and it was super easy. But But I mean, I was bulking into that meat, and I have this theory that if you're eating a certain amount and you're past a certain body fat, depending on the person, like for me, if I'm around 250, I'm gonna make gains like doing nothing. Like I literally only comp squatted once a week, and I was making, some of the best progress I've made. But I know that when I'm dieting, I definitely need that frequency. I need to hit it more often, or I'm just not giving my body enough of an excuse to keep that muscle. But that's for another video. To wrap this up, it's good to have goals. It's good to want to do things, um, but try to do it. Try to look at it like this. Say I would like to do X, Y, and Z. And I'm going to do everything that I can to make that happen. But on the day, I'm going to take what's there. I'm going to do everything that I can to do my best. But whatever happens, happens. And that's all you can do. You can't get mad at yourself if you fall short and you did everything that you could. Um, you can only control what you can control. You can't control who shows up. You can only lift what you can lift. So to get mad over a goal that you just throw out there, it doesn't really make sense, especially when oftentimes that goal is very achievable, but you just need time. And I always say that you don't want to. You control when the meet is. You can pick your meet. You don't have to do this nationals. You can do the next one. So if you're gonna pick a competition that's close to you, and it's not enough for you to get to where you want to go, then pick a later meet. Give yourself time. Go in there, annihilate all your goals, and then you know just make it a very low stress situation versus fuck, I need to hit these numbers right now, and I need to make sure my training is absolutely perfect, and da 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 da. And it's like, man, you gotta enjoy the process. You have to have fun with training. You have to have fun with uh, you know just everything aside from the competition. The competition is going to take up such a small percentage of this powerlifting thing, of your powerlifting career. Like not like less than 1% of your powerlifting career is going to be spent competing. Most of it's going to be spent in the gym. So you have to enjoy the process. You have to live the grind, to quote my buddy Ben Rice, if we want to get fancy. But I hope you guys are able to take something away from this video, a little bit more in depth. Just kind of talking about some of the nitty gritty. I'm gonna try to cut it now. Thank you guys so much for listening, and I will talk to you in the next one.